I wanna follow where she goes.
Good morning, Arizona. Look at that view. Rise and shine, stretch it out, take a deep breath, and exhale. It is a gorgeous morning on your Sunday. But we are trying to get back on track financially in 2021. It's a major priority for so many of us. So what is holding you back? A lot of us had big changes. Steve Siebold is the author of a book called How Money Works. He joined us recently to talk about some money myths, Steve. Last year, a lot of us took a beating when it comes to our cash. How can we get our feet underneath us once again? And good morning to you, Steve.
Yeah, good morning, Jamie. Good to see you. Well, I think maybe starting out by forgetting about 2020. I think we'd all like to. Yeah, 2020 in the rearview mirror for multiple reasons, but one of them maybe being about money. Forget about last year. Focus on the possibilities and the opportunities in 2021.
And we want to be a problem solver. So we have dealt with the problem. Now we need to get ahead of it and recover. How do we do that?
Well, I think look for opportunities. I mean, in a free market economy like the United States, where it really is about solving problems, and the bigger problem you solve, the more money you make. It's really quite, it's quite simple, actually. So look for problems you can solve, whether it's starting a business, which a lot of people are doing now, or selling products, from your selling things that you're not using in your home, or a number of things. But start looking to solve problems.
A lot of people are going to the stock market right now. Are you? What do you suggest?
Well, I'm long in the market. I'm always long in the market. I'm not a trader or anything like that. But yeah, I'm bullish on the market, of course. But I think for most people, it's a little bit risky, frankly.
Okay, and learning how money works. So that's the perfect segue right there. You don't want to jump into the stock market if you don't know how money works quite yet. How do we learn?
Yeah, that's why we wrote this book, my co-author, Tom Matthews, because we really want to teach people the basics of personal finance that we don't learn in school. We learn all these crazy things in school that we never use, but the basics of personal finance are actually quite simple. And once you learn those things, you start looking at things like compound interest and the loans you have out and the debt in a very different way. So, I mean, just educate yourself on the basics. You don't have to be a financial wizard. Just the basics will do.
And the basics is what? Give me one of those basics. You mentioned compound loans, but give me a basic.
Yeah, well, like the rule of 72, for example, is a basic financial concept. It's a mental math shortcut, if you will, that basically determines that at a given interest rate, how long it takes your money to double. So if you're getting 0.09 in your passbook savings account, it's going to take roughly, 72 years to double. And if you have a credit card at 18% or 17%, it takes roughly 4 years to double. So you want to be on the winning side of interest and not the losing side.
Update our beliefs about money. How much do you think our beliefs hold us back?
Oh, I think they hold us back a lot, Jamie, because I think we're, in this country and most countries around the world, first world countries, we're taught to think that money is, evil. It's a necessary evil, but it can be evil. And rich people are narcissists and, crooks and that type of thing. And we have all these negative beliefs about money. So I think that if you start looking at money through the eyes of not fear and scarcity, but of abundance and looking at possibilities, and money may not make you happier, but it certainly makes life easier.
I love one of these myths. If you fail, move on. Give me one thing that I should do today with my money.
Well, know what you have. I think taking inventory of exactly what you have, let's more specifically, if you have any debt, what's the interest rate on that debt, and looking at paying down the highest interest rate.
All right, Steve, thank you so much. I actually recently became debt-free, so now I have to look at my next steps with my money. You have a great book out. Thank you. Tell me about how to get your book and where to find it.
They can buy the book on Amazon.com, of course, or howmoneyworks.com.
Awesome. Steve, thank you. Great to see you again. Happy New Year.
You too, Jamie. Thank you.
All right, Kimmy, let's get rich.
Let's do it. We are rich with our